What's up, everybody? It's your boy MJ from MorphMarket. You guys are in for a treat. I'm at my man Marcial Mendez's reptile collection. He's going to show us how to pick the right potent designer green tree python for your designer green tree python project. Let's go.
Hey guys, Marcial Mendez here, Red Mountain Herp, and we're going to take a look at some green tree pythons. If you're looking for some high potency designer bloodlines, this is what I'm working with. This animal is from my Versace bloodline, who came from originally from Trooper Walsh. Also, she has tiger stripe blood, which is another pretty potent bloodline for chondros. A lot of them tend to be high yellow. She with Versace, he can throw high yellow as well as high blue and melanistic. So she just got the blue and the melanistic genes. And she just had, I think I have 25 or 26 eggs in the incubator right now from her. So hope to have some babies from her later this year available. All right, so this guy is a Calico tiger stripe. So he is, Calico is another pretty highly potent chondro bloodline, known for throwing high yellows as well as melanistic, and really the main thing is just kind of that pixelated pattern. The first one that was ever produced was nicknamed by Greg Maxwell the computer chondro because his coloration looked like it was pixelated. So that is a trait that is pretty common with Calico, and you get a lot of contrast, either be it blue and green or blue and black or yellow and green in this case. And this one's got even some black, and there's a white coming in, and this is a fully mature 6-year-old animal. So he may change a little bit more as time goes on, but I think this is pretty much going to be it for him. All right, so these were the adults. I just showed you a couple of adults. We're going to go check out some holdbacks from the last couple years. All right, so this is a 2024 baby, so it's about a year old now. You can tell it's a little bit through its color change. Obviously started off as a dark red maroon baby. And this is from the Calico tiger stripe. So the yellow snake that I just pulled out, this is the dad of this one. It's still kind of early to tell which way this one's going to go color-wise. It looks like to me it's going the blue-black route, but it's still a little bit too early to tell. Could still get a pretty good bit of yellow, but time will tell.
So as far as potency, like this is it. Like this.
Calico and tiger stripe are both some of the most potent bloodline, most potent genetics you can get. Chondro genetics are a little bit different than ball pythons as far as recessives and dominance. They're more polygenic traits, so it's more about line breeding and what the look of the parents that gets passed on to the offspring more so than genetic mutations.
Now, for anyone wondering, like, okay, if I'm going to spend $7,000 as an example on a designer chondro, it doesn't really mean or guarantee anything, right? As far as like what direction a lot of designers go. Like, is there any designer chondro out there that you guarantee something that like a certain direction it's going to go? Or
no, I mean there are some bloodlines that certainly are more have more predictability than others as far as what the offspring are going to look like. But for the most part, when you buy an unchanged neonate, it's really just kind of luck of the draw. You don't know which ones are going to be the best ones until they've matured and changed color. Unlike some of the, again, ball python genetics, which are, immediately when they hatch what you have for the most part, unless it's like a 6-gene snake or something like that you could, have to get tested. But you generally know what they are as soon as they hatch. These guys, the one that looks the most plain as a baby, as an adult could end up being the best one. So when you buy a baby, you're kind of just buying the possibility that it could turn into something amazing as an adult. Or if you want, if you want to make sure you're buying something amazing, then you buy one that's already color changed. Now, when you do that, of course, the price goes up exponentially. So,
especially if it's obvious what direction it's headed.
That's right. That's right.
Now, will you say, Marcial, that if it is coming to picking out a young neonate, do you feel like with your experience, the darker the red, the more favorable chance you have of getting something cool?
Yeah, generally. That's not to say that if they're not super dark red, they can't end up being nice.
Right.
But,
there's cases out there of them going green.
Sure, but if you want the high, the ones that are the like super dark maroon, real dark, almost black, or kind of like a brown color with lower amounts of pattern, typically those are going to be those have a higher percentage. I would say they're more consistently the best than the ones that are kind of more maroon or lighter red, and certainly more than yellow ones.
Now, there is a pride and joy in this rack, and I know this is definitely one of them. But
that's one of them.
What would you say the creme of the creme is? Like, what's the numero uno?
This is an albino. So this is currently the only known.
You go the other way, the way you were.
This is the only known genetic mutation with green tree pythons. This is a recessive gene. Been working the project since 2002, I believe.
Wow.
So it's been a long time in the making to get here. You can tell it's got the pink tongue, which, you know, other non-albino chondros always have black tongues, black pupils, and most of them have black tails. Not all of them. Some of them have, you know, a white tail, but none of them have red pupils. And so when I look for those kind of four things, four traits in the same animal: the red pupils, the pink tongue, the white tail tip, and then no black in the pattern anywhere. Whereas the snake we just pulled out a second ago has a lot of black around the baby pattern. You can tell on this one it's not quite black. It's more of a, I don't even know what you would call it. It's like a kind of like a, you know, real dark purple, or
it's like rustic,
rusty kind of color. Yeah.
This is so cool. Wow, that's impressive, man. Congratulations.
Thank you. So then over here we've got some that are a little bit older. These are subadults that are.
Let me get on this side.
These are subadults that'll be moved into adult cages pretty soon.
You only have to show a couple of these off. You
Okay.
don't have to show
Well, here, let me just not show this one. It's in shed. I'll just show like these two. So this is a 2-year-old animal or 3-year-old animal, offspring from some of the adults we looked at earlier. Same bloodlines. This is Versace by Tiger Stripe, and it's a 50% possible het albino as well. And this is a female. So this one kind of got more of the high yellow genetics than some of the other ones we've looked at, whereas this one got more of the high blue and melanism. So the blue on the face on this one is really, really, really bright.
Dude, that is so neat.
You can tell the black tongue versus the pink of the albino we were looking at earlier.
So what's your advice for anyone out there who's willing to spend some money in the designer green tree python market? Any tips for anyone out there, Marshall?
Yeah, I would say just kind of go with what you like. You know, look at the parents and, you know, base what you want to buy based off what the look of the parents is. That's not always going to result in the same look from the animal you buy as a baby, but that gives you the highest probability of getting something that, you know, that's got the look that you want. Again, all these ones we've looked at are siblings. So even within one clutch or one clutch, you can tell the diversity that you can have and the variability. You know, again, some more yellow, some more blue, some black, no black. They just really are. That's one of the coolest things about green tree pythons is you never truly know what the babies are going to look like, and it's exciting as they mature and change colors. To watch them and to see, you know, wow, like, especially when you have a lot of them, you know, like, you'll get a surprise every now and then, like, man, I never thought this was going to be the one that ended up looking like this. So that's one of my favorite things about working with green tree pythons.
Let's end this show and tell episode with a little bit of bad news, good news. Bad news is none of these are on your MorphMarket for sale, are they?
That's correct. No.
But good news, you do have stuff on MorphMarket, and you also have stuff that is available because you're a passionate keeper. You got other stuff. So why don't we see the stuff that you do have available for customers out there?
Okay, let's do it. So right now I have a few colubrids. I don't work with a ton of colubrids. I have some Pecos rat snakes. I have some California garter snakes, and I have hypo stillwater Pituophis bull snakes. So those are the 3 species in the past. I've done corn snakes, I've done hognose, I've done Mexican black kings, and the colubrids are projects for me that I'll tend to get a small group of adults and breed them once or twice, and then kind of, you know, move them on and go to the next thing. Because I don't want a ton of colubrids, just because they're pretty labor intensive. But
also pretty easy to keep, right?
yeah, as far as getting the babies established, they're way easier than pythons. You know, all these trans Pecos, I think I produced about 30 of them this year. They all ate right off the bat, just dropping a pinky in the tub. So whereas getting 30 green tree pythons established is a part-time job.
Let's see some of these.
All right, so this year I produced a couple of different morphs. So this, you know, they like these crushed paper towel holders as a hide. They're a desert species. You can find them like in rock crevices. So this kind of gives them like a little tight spot to hide in. But so this is basically a normal looking snake. So this is what they look like, most of them. This is normal color, normal pattern. This one is actually a triple recessive for a xanthic, which same pattern, but gives them like a silvery color.
So this is a triple het?
Triple het, okay. Yeah. A xanthic, albino, and blonde, which blonde is basically the same color, but the pattern gets changed a little bit.
It's more intense, probably.
The pattern's not like they call, you know, these are known as like H's, like kind of got an H or ladder pattern down the back, and you'll see. I'll show you a blonde, and the pattern is just completely different, but the same basic colors.
Awesome.
So this one's heterozygous for all three. So I have, I think, one male advertised on MorphMarket right now, and I think I'm sold out of females of these, but. I have some other. I have xanthic and blonde also, and I think I have an xanthic blonde on the site as well.
Awesome. And these are fed once a week?
Yeah, pinky or they're moved up to fuzzies now. Fuzzies once a week.
And what's the largest meal these things could take? Like once
right now, that's it.
No, once they get to adulthood.
I'll feed the adults like a weaned rat or a small rat or jumbo mice. Trans Pecos, you don't want to feed them a lot. They're kind of sensitive in that, you know, if you feed them too large of a meal, they don't digest it very well, and they can regurge on you. But this is a really nice looking snake. I mean,
wow, look at that thing, dude. Whoa, that's cool looking.
So this is a blonde. So you can tell, same kind of basic colors. All these kind of have more of a creamy brown look to them than the standard, you know, standard normal color and pattern. But instead of the H's, it's kind of got these eye spots, and these were a little bit aberrant too. You can tell it's got some connecting pattern there. The coolest thing about these guys is their head. You can zoom in on their head. They've got these big bug eyes. They've got great personality. They rarely, if ever, bite. These guys, when they first came out of the egg, they were real defensive, and they'd kind of do the rattlesnake thing where they'd shake their tail and, like, you know, kind of rear up and open their mouth and strike at you. But once they get a little bit of size on them, man, these guys make great pets.
That's so cool, man. Awesome. Is there another one you want? One more you
want
to show?
Yeah, I'll show one more. All right, here, let me do this before I forget. Let me put some water in here.
Honestly, bro, I don't even think we should show your ball pythons.
Say what?
I don't even think we should show your ball pythons. I think it would ruin it.
You think?
Maybe.
No, I'll show them. Because I'm going to be trying to sell some of those fuckers.
Yeah, all right.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
All right, so this one is an xanthic blonde. So it is blonde like the one we just looked at, but it's also got the silvery xanthic gene that changes the color.
Cow, look at that thing. Whoa. Oh, you're a cutie. Look at you. Oh, it's so cool. So this is the visual blonde?
This is a double recessive visual.
Okay.
Yeah, blonde and axanthic. So the axanthic kind of gives it the silvery color, and the blonde changes the pattern.
And this is on your MorphMarket too?
This one actually is on my MorphMarket, yeah.
Wow, very cool, man. What a neat project to get into. Now, Mark, I remember 3 years ago coming here, you had some really awesome looking Ultramel stuff.
Yes.
So let's end this show and tell in style and let people see where you're at with your Ultramel stuff and some of the stuff you have available.
Sure. Yeah, so I've been working the Ultramel project since I think 2010 or 2011. And we'll start off here with some of my adults and subadults. So most of everything that I have is double recessive. The two genes I work with, pretty much everything is plug and play here, where everything is either at least visual, clown or Ultramel, or visual for one, het for the other. And that's pretty much, I've laser focused on that. So everything that I have here is at least double het. And I've been working the last, you know, I don't know, 15, 20 years now on getting codoms in there. So This is a blackhead leopard yellow belly Ultramel het clown.
And one thing I'm finding out about Ultramel, man, take it bright or dark. Like, it's your choice. Either way, it's a banger. Like this thing is gorgeous right here, man.
Yeah, they get
look at the
really
quality on this thing.
the colors are you know, I like the browns and they get really rich colors. Is
It
what I
ain't
like
dull.
about
Like
them.
there's nothing dull about this snake. Like
And
it pops.
they keep their color into adulthood, which a lot of ball pythons tend to brown out. But Ultramel is one of those genes, especially when you put it with the right stuff, that does not brown out as it ages.
And as a ball python breeder in 2025, you want your adults to start aging better. Like you want really looking good adults because that's where the future's headed. That's
so this
cool.
is a cinnamon Ultramel clown.
Nice. And have you gotten a clutch from the snake yet?
No, this is a female. So she's you'd be pushing it for this year. So she's probably a breeder for next year.
Nice, very nice.
Let's see here. This one. These don't have Ultramel, but they are. I've been really working blackhead into the project. I love the blackhead gene. This is a blackhead leopard yellow belly. So this is basically the same snake as the first one that we showed, but just without the Ultramel.
Right.
So
It's
you
head
can see
Ultramel though?
It's head Ultramel, het clown, but it's kind of like a negative of this one.
That's really
That's what
cool.
the Ultramel gene does. Same genes otherwise.
Very neat.
I've got a couple more we'll show, and then I'll show some of this year's babies. So this is a blackhead inchy leopard yellow belly head ultra het clown. The blackhead gives them this super cool iridescence.
Yeah, definitely.
I love the darker. I like getting the darker genes in there the most. And then we'll show one more over here. This is a blackhead inchy yellow belly leopard Ultramel. So this is all the genes in one snake, plus it's het for clown.
Wow, that is gorgeous, man. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. These things age very nice.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of ball pythons by this age would be browned out. You know?
Yeah, this is not the case. Very cool. And then next is what you have available, no?
These are
some
not,
of it?
These are not on MorphMarket yet, but they will be. They will be soon. Some of them will be. So this one is a cinnamon yellow belly Ultramel clown, and the yellow belly really intensifies the side
really
pattern.
Cool.
I just think about getting blackhead in this down the road.
Oh, yeah,
and
game over.
how much more contrast it's going to have, you know.
More than it already has now.
Yeah. And then, so these are some of the best ones from this year. So this is a baby yellow belly ultra clown.
Ooh, that's nice. Look at that.
And then we've got a blackhead confusion. This is blackhead confusion het clown posset ultra.
I'm a fan of this one. Wow, that is so cool. Yeah, you're good. There you go.
And then let's see, down here we've got a black pastel red stripe confusion double het. This is my first year producing red stripe, and it does some pretty close, a little bit of stuck shed on it. But this one, the red stripe kind of gives them a pretty distinctive look.
Right.
Once you get used to spotting it. Confusion ultra het clown. Confusion, along with blackhead, is one of my favorite codom genes.
Yeah, that's nice right there.
And then I've got this one, which is confusion leopard Ultramel het clown. And then this is red stripe confusion ultra het clown.
Wow. Yeah, that turned out really clean.
And we'll look at
Nice.
one more over here, and then this is black pastel confusion ultra
Oh, okay, that's what I'm talking about.
het clown.
That black pastel and confusion with the Ultramel is just no joke. Look at that. That's a good combo right there, man.
And again, think about getting blackhead
Yeah,
in this
no
down
shoot.
the road. Super
Yeah.
blackhead, how much contrast it'll have.
Wow. All right, guys, you can catch all the links to Marcial's social media accounts, his MorphMarket account, in the description below. Make sure you hit him up. Again, thank you so much for having me,
Thanks for
Marcial.
coming.
All right, guys, thank you so much for enjoying this MorphMarket show. Have a good day.